صبغة الله ومن أحسن من الله صبغة ونحن له عابدون.
Assalamu alaikum. Have you ever told a story of Hajj? Or maybe you heard a story of Hajj. Every story of Hajj is very unique and very different. From the time of Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam, and then from the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi salam, millions and millions of Muslims from all over the world have performed Hajj. Each one of them has a story of Hajj. In every language, whether it's English, Persian, Arabic, Urdu, Hindi, Bangla, Turkish, Mandarin, any language you tell, there is a story of Hajj. While all the Hajjis are doing exactly the same rituals, the story of Hajj is very, very different. The most fascinating story of Hajj is probably that of Ibn Battuta. At age 21, he left for Hajj, traveling from the western corner of Africa. In those days from Morocco, it usually took 16 months to do Hajj and return. He returned after 24 years. In these 24 years, he traveled half the globe, covering almost 120,000 kilometers or 75,000 miles. How can we forget Mansa Musa, the richest person ever? In today's standard, he was worth trillions. His Hajj entourage numbered 60,000 people and included hundreds of camels loaded with gold. If you just consider opulence and wealth, nobody else can narrate a Hajj story similar to Mansa Musa. Those were the days. But most Hajjis are common people. Some are royals, but most are common people. They came for Hajj by ship, packed like sardines, or by camel caravan. Over time, motor vehicles slowly replaced the camel caravans. Jeddah remained the main entrance point for most Hajjis. Most ships carrying Hajjis arrived at the port of Jeddah. A few arrived at the Jeddah airstrip. From Jeddah, small vans or buses took the Hajjis to Mecca. For each pilgrim, there is a story. Hajj stories not only fascinate Muslims, but they also attract non-Muslims. In 1503, an Italian, Ludovico di Varthema, posed as a Muslim and performed Hajj. His Hajj travel report has been translated into almost 50 languages. A few hundred years later, another European worked for several years to pass as a Muslim. John Lewis Burckhardt arrived in Syria, became proficient in Arabic and Islamic rituals, and adopted the name Sheikh Ibrahim ibn Abdullah. When he died at age 32, there was a janazah and he was buried as a Muslim. If you are a history buff, this book is available online as a PDF. This British Army officer, while posted in India, decided to perform Hajj. He, disguised as a Pashtun, participated in Hajj of 1853. His account is a 3-volume book of almost 900 pages. And yes, his book is also available online. John Keane, another British, spent about 6 months in Arabia, adopting the name Muhammad Amin. Another great narration and personal experience. Arthur Wavell embarked on Hajj in 1908. The Ottoman authorities suspected him of being a British spy. He tried to provide an objective account, although, as we expect, there is a bias. These books are not something that we read to learn about Hajj and its rituals. These are travel reports from the viewpoint of non-Muslims. Remember that these are non-Muslim posing as Muslims, and their narrations, as we expect, will have some biases. The point is, the experience of Hajj is extraordinary, and several non-Muslims risked many things to document a Hajj. Let's talk about some travel reports by Muslims. This narration is by a Muslim, Haji Khan. He was a reporter for the Morning Post. An Iranian by descent, he traveled from London for Hajj. I enjoyed reading his narration and many of the photographs. These are indeed precious documents of the life of the early 20th century. This account is by the ruler of the princely state of Bhopal, India. A fascinating read about how an aristocrat, a ruler, traveled with her entourage and delegated her administrative duties while away for several months on the Hajj. The book has many photographs giving a peek into the life at that time. Another aristocrat. She is the first European Muslim woman to perform Hajj. Lady Evelyn Kobold, also known as Zainab Kobold, wrote details of her Hajj preparation, travel and return from the perspective of a devoted Muslimah. There is a new edition of her book. Because she was an aristocrat, her travel attracted considerable interest in Europe, with newspaper covering her on the front page. There are many other stories of Hajj, not always aristocrats or inquisitive travelers. The story of steamship Jeddah involves the common people of Indonesia and Malaysia. The ship carried almost 1,000 Hajis. The ship is reported to have sunk in the Red Sea, taking the lives of all 1,000 Hajis. Obviously a major disaster, newspapers across the world reported this major tragedy. A twist in the story? This is false. The Hajis did not sink, they all survived. The story is so fascinating that Hollywood created 2 movies based on the sinking of the steamship Jeddah. Even Bollywood made a movie with a loose connection to the tragedy. The main character, Amitabh Bachchan, was the captain of a ship that had sank. Maybe in the future I'll make a video about the steamship Jeddah and the Hajis on this steamer. The books by Michael Wolff and Muhammad Asad do not really require any introduction to the Muslim viewers. In my personal library, I have a few issues of National Geographic that document the Hajj. The first is from July 1953, written by Abdul Ghafoor Sheikh. As you expect, National Geographic always has abundant of images. The next issue, actually earlier, is from November 1937. The photographs are precious documents of the life and time. Another issue from National Geographic is from June 1934. In 1994, my father had been to Hajj, his first Hajj being in 1959. While in Hajj, he wrote us many letters describing his observations and experiences. The extended family requested him to compile these letters, which he did in this booklet. In 2006, when I traveled with Dar Es Salam for my Hajj, photography in and around the Haram was discouraged, and there was no smartphones with high-resolution cameras. I carried a Canon G7, a small powerhouse of that time. I could only take few pictures of Jeddah Hajj terminal and few of the masajid. Without documentation, some of the memories are now fading. In 2026, I decided to carry a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Without any experience in vlogging, I decided to record it for my personal collection. Then several fellow Hajis, Brother Amr from London, Brother Tahir Shah from New Jersey, Ala Abu Zaidan from Ohio, Muhammad Yusufi, Brother Abu Zakir Hussain from Michigan, Brother Nuruddin and Sister Sabine from Dar es Salam, and several other Hajis requested me to share the videos. If you find these videos interesting, please consider subscribing. My Hajj is not like Ibn Battuta, who took 24 years. My Hajj was not 24 months, or 24 weeks, or even 24 days. It's a 16-day Hajj journey. Jazakumullahu khairan for listening. Please come back for the next episode of my Hajj story.